Willie, here's some coffee so you can refill the machine upstairs.
Dude, this is the brand I always use. Yeah, baby, this is right on time. See? Now I don't have to go out tomorrow and buy some. I'm gonna go fill up that junky coffee machine right away.
This Willie guy's an unusual character. Well, let's see if I can finally take this rich aromatic coffee to the doctor. I'll just wait one little moment so Willie has time to refill the machine. Okay, let's go. It's working now. The red light is off. Okay, I'll just get one. I hope it's nice and strong. Here, doctor, have some coffee. It'll make you feel better. Now, that's better, isn't it? Come on, you can start working again now that you've calmed down. We wouldn't want the Mayan exhibition to be canceled because you didn't finish your work, would we now?
Of course not. I'll get to work immediately, and no one's gonna stop me this time, not even the feds.
Munchkin Bob. I see you haven't grown much in the past few years.
If it ain't Gustav, my one-eyed pal. It looks like the eye they ripped out of you hasn't grown back either.
Careful, Bob. Don't tempt me. Let's just get down to business. They're still in that dumb museum, right?
That's right. The car hasn't moved from the lot. We can wait here until they come out and grab them.
Without the car, they could have escaped in some other direction. Nah, I won't run the risk of having them get away again. Let's go after them. You wait here, Bob, and watch to see if the cops show up.
Okay, Gustav. Whatever you say.
Well, I had to leave the doctor alone so she could pay full attention to restoring the crucifix. But it's been a while now, and being as enthused as she was after drinking that coffee, I'm sure the crucifix is all finished. So, I'm going in. Man, it looks like the doctor is completely out of it. But I see she managed to finish restoring the crucifix. Excellent. It certainly needed polishing. Oh, looks like new. This is interesting. Now I'm sure we can find out where it came from and what it's for. I better go to the lab right away and use the scanner to check out the crucifix.
Dude, what a weird night. Are you guys friends of Clive's too? First came that hot babe with Brian the Dweeb Man, who I have nothing against, of course. He may be a nerd, but he's a nice guy. And now you guys, man. By the way, what are those get-ups you're wearing, man?
And you know what? It's about time I found out what that is. Let's see if I can figure out how to work the fancy scanner. So, the crucifix is of Hopi origin. The Hopi are a Native American tribe that lives in Arizona. Great. That is an important piece of information, but I'm starting to understand this whole story less and less. The materials that the crucifix is made of aren't valuable at all. And even though it's probably of some historical value, it'd never be worth killing people over. There must be something else behind the story of this crucifix.
Brian, quick, follow me. It's Gina. She's in danger.
I'm sorry, Brian. No! You told me you wouldn't hurt me if I handed it over to you. No!
As you can imagine, this is when things got really out of control. Luckily, those guys were interested in knowing what we'd found out. Otherwise, I doubt they'd have let us live. Of course, that blow to the head knocked me out, and I didn't know what was going on for quite a while. When I came to, I realized that we were flying in a helicopter. My head ached and pounded, and when Gina told me what happened to Clive, well, I felt absolutely awful to know they'd done away with him. I couldn't stop thinking that if I hadn't gone to the museum that night, he'd still be alive. I did my best to get over it, and decided that feeling sorry for him would get us nowhere. The sad truth was that I'd have the same fate as Clive if I didn't come up with a plan. The instinct for survival and a desire for revenge took over my thoughts, and I totally forgot about Clive. A bit later, the helicopter began to descend. I could see we were landing in a desert area in the middle of what looked like an old oil field. We were taken out of the helicopter and put inside of an old cabin. It was pretty obvious they were mainly interested in Gina. As soon as we got in the cabin, they tied her to a chair and started to beat the living daylights out of me. They put me to sleep once again with a well-aimed pistol whip at the back of my neck. When I woke up, I was all turned around and I thought my head was going to explode. Ouch! Oh, my aching head. Those wretched thugs smacked me up good. I swear these insane murderers are gonna pay for this. On top of it all, they stole everything I had on me. My wallet, my car keys, my piece of amber. Everything. I'll try to get my stuff back. But the first thing I've got to do is find out what they've done with Gina and try to get out of this huge mess in one piece. There's a fairly large crack in the middle of the door.
We know Johnny was talking to you at the club before we got there. You tell us what he told you, and you can leave this place in one piece.
I already told you everything I know. I was just with Johnny for a second or two, and he didn't tell me anything.
You need a manicure, doll? Hold on. I'll go look for some pliers.
You're wasting your time, boys. I'm clueless, I swear.
I have to help Gina. Those animals are capable of doing anything. It's one of those blower thingies that people once used to get the fire to burn hotter. I may be needing this. They're mine, but those jerks broke them. I'm lucky I only have a slight case of myopia in each eye. I really use glasses as a precaution more than a necessity. Worthless! Besides the shattered lenses, the frames have been split in two. What? This is my shirt! Those jerks tore it to shreds! They couldn't even sell this at a secondhand store. There's such a thick layer of dust, I can hardly see through it. It's a pretty old model. An all-purpose cleanser. I'll take it with me, but there's no way I'm cleaning this pigsty up. I think it's one of the pegs from the coat rack on the wall. This could be useful. It's a chamois. I may be needing this. It's made of iron, so it should be sturdy and resistant. Yeah, this should come in handy. Fresh Bubbles, the soft drink preferred by more Americans. It's shut. The glass is so filthy the light can barely get through. It weighs a ton. There's no way I can get it to move if it's full. Done. Now the chamois can be used for cleaning. Okay, that way I can get the sun to come in through the window. Let's wipe it clean. Wow, hard to believe the layer of dirt on there. Let the sun shine in. Now the glass is clean, I can see outside a little bit. Although the only thing in view from here is the desert. It's shut. There isn't even a can of soda, but it's full of huge blocks of ice.